warm good morning to everyone. Uh, like every year, I do recite a poem. लेकिन हर साल क्या होता है कि मैं एसमीज में रिसाइट करता हूँ तो फिर बहुत लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है and the essence of the poem I cannot really translate every time. So this time what I did is I already brought the translated version of the poem and so we all know in translation the origin essence do gets away, but still I tried my level best. So I'll be reciting two poems. The first is by Megon Kosari, Opomanor Biruddhe Premor Duhat, the two hands of love to defy your humiliation. And this poem is written by Megon Kosari, who was one of the leading figures in the very infamous ULFA movement of Assam. Back then, he was a good poet also. And this poem is mainly about humiliation. So I hope you get the essence. And please pardon me if you feel uncomfortable while listening to the poem. Two hands to love to defy your humiliation. Greetings to my loyal king, greetings to the slaves of king. Come forth, all of you, one and all. Grasp the searing iron rod, strike me 10 times, hard and bold, without missing a single count. Rip my skin, let the rivers of Nona stream from my wounds. Toss my battered, blood-drenched body into the cell, yet I shall still proclaim, humiliation is hard to despise, for it is a venom far deadlier than poison itself. It cuts deeper than the sharpest blade severed at your side, swifter than the tempest raging from the skies. It weighs heavier than the sorrow of golden harvest destroyed, a sudden tragic loss of life. Oh, you dark armored group of men of this ruthless empire, what lies beyond your grasp? What is there you cannot obliterate in the blink of an eye? If not for my love in my heart, I might have become one of you, a butcher of innocence, wielding the blades without remorse. I might have smiled upon fresh blood-stained floors, or let my hands remain steady after I ended an innocent life. But you will never understand. Humiliation has many hues, like the rainbow has different shades of love. Its shade speaks of grief and torment. Its shade speaks of love. Each shade has a name: oppression, injustice, servitude, domination, theft of freedom, the unlawful slaughter of sacred generational rights like the Siddiqui Bele. My blood cannot cleanse the sting of humiliation. My heart fetters beneath its weight. Yet my fist rises to the heaven defying your scorn. Come and strike me tenfold. Bring your patron, your dutiful servants, but your humiliation I will never endure. Greetings to my loyal king, greetings to the slaves of king. Comfort all of you, one and all. Grasp the iron rod and strike me 10 times, yet I shall still proclaim. Humiliation is hard to despite, for it is venom far deadlier than poison itself. It cuts deep than the sharpest blade shattered at your side, swifter than the tempest raging through the skies. But still, I will sing the anthem of freedom, gifted by my nation, the song of liberty for by my ancestors. For them too, death was easier to endure than the chain of humiliation. Thank you. So, a very short single second poem. It's about it. The name of the poem is Freedom, and the poet is Birinchi Kumar Bhattacharya. He was an Assamese poet. The poem goes, Freedom, freedom. I could not write your name in my school's notebook, on my desk and on the trees. I could not write your name in the surprise of the dark, in the white dry breads of the light, in the chaos of my childhood, in the doorstep of my death. I could not write your name in the cold winter mornings, in the hot summer evenings, in the melancholy of the birds. I could not write your names on the walls of a newly built temple, on the debris of a freshly demolished school, in the moonlight filled courtyard, and in the droplets of drizzle of water. Freedom. I could not write your name in Vrindavan, in Jama Masjid, in Jallianwala Bagh, in Meenakshipuram, in Muradabad, or in Dhemaji and Duliajan. I could not write your name in the houses of every labor, in the blood of every martyr, in the search for the truth, and in the threads of my torn kurta. I could not write your name in the long yawn of my friend, in the sleeping cell of Ambedkar, in the section of the Constitution, on the walls of the Supreme Court, in the prayer halls of Gandhi, in the bullets of Godse, on the graveyard of Mountbatten. In fact, dear freedom, I could not even write your name in the tricolor of my state. If someday someone hears that freedom has landed in the dockyard of your village, please let me know. That day I shall not be stopped. That day I shall write freedom everywhere. In the pines of the forest, in the cactus of the desert, in the ice and the sand, in the voices of every sparrow, on the forehead of every newborn child, on the houses, fields, weeds, bees, on my kurta. In the mehendi, on the palm of my hand, on the pyre of my abandoned enemy, on the shoes of that tireless horse, in the tone of the flute of sorrow, in the clouds of joy, in the footsteps of my mother. Ah, freedom. I can't wait for that day, and I don't know where else I shall not inscribe your name. Thank you.